Hey, what is going on, obscure mic people? It's me, it's your boy Bark. I've got something I've been promising you guys, and it's in the studio, and it looks like an SM7B, right? Looks like an SM7B. Is it an SM7B? No, it's not an SM7B. It's not. I promise. What this is my newest creation. Now, bear with me. A lot of you are going to think this is ridiculous, and I'm here to tell you that is okay. Not that you need my permission to think it's okay, but it really is okay. It is perfectly fine that you think this is ridiculous. Some of you, though, might appreciate this. This was born of a thought, of a dream, you could say, of having a canister to hold any handheld dynamic or condenser microphone. And I have built the dream. So let me tell you what it is real quick. I got this wooden canister off of Etsy. I paid too much for it. It was like $30. That kind of sucks, but oh well. For someone that's very skilled at woodworking, you could make this a lot cheaper. Now, the yoke mount here is off the Altron BC600. Yank that off of there. The nuts on this are from eBay. I'll link the description. The storefront, I should say, that sold these to me. Super nice dude. I highly suggest if you're going to play around with an SM7B build, you buy these off him because they are very tough to find, and you'll see why in my description video. So basically, what I did was, well, I'll show you in the video in a second, but something I didn't mention, there's a rubber bushing back here. Kind of a rubber, just a rubber circle around the XLR port. I forgot to mention that in my description video. That is to give it a little bit of play. Instead of it just being drilled into wood, it's drilled into wood and a rubber buffer. So when I stick the XLR in there and move it around, it's not going to break it. There's a rubber buffer in there. I also filled the bottom of this canister up with some epoxy. But the rest of the build, you'll just have to see. Again, the purpose of this is A, if you love, say, an AKG D5, but you stream and you just want something a little fancier. This could be that something a little fancier. Again, it's going to be loved and hated. I personally love it because I built it, kind of. The Shure piece, the Shure grill here, show you that, even though I show it to you in the video anyways. This is the Shure SM7B grill. It was roughly $50. So currently $50 for this. The yoke mount I'm going to just chalk up as free as parts. $30, so we're at $80. These cost me roughly $10 for the set. So there's $90. The rest of everything maybe $10. So I've got a $100 canister here, basically. You could build it cheaper, but my particular build was $100. I already had an SM7B windscreen, so there's that. What this kind of could be used for is the ultimate pop filter for one. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickle pineapple pizza. And I can tell you the microphone, which is a mystery. I'm not going to reveal what microphone's in here. You let me know how the microphone sounds, and I'll give you a video eventually. But this is kind of an ultimate pop filter for a handheld dynamic. It's Peter Piper. Nothing's getting through there. That's part of the beauty of the SM7B. That's really my favorite thing about the SM7B is just the design, and it gets rid of the pops. And no matter how close you get to it, it's not going to get too boomy because you're still an inch or so away from the capsule. So those are some of my favorite things. I think the SM7B, while it sounds fantastic, is a bit overpriced because a dynamic shouldn't cost $400. I understand the canister and the work that goes into it. It's probably worth it, but I can't hold on to a mic that costs that much. I just can't do it. What I can do is build one of these and throw whatever handheld dynamic or condenser microphone I want into it. So here comes the madness, the genius, or just the plain ridiculousness of me and what I built. Cut to the video, Bark. All right, so I took a canister that I found on Etsy, Japanese canister, took an XLR port that I got off eBay for $2, and I soldered on a male piece soldered them right together. That way I could insert that in the bottom of the canister and have something to plug the mic into. Then I had to take a router and edge out the specific cut, which my woodworking's awful, but edge out the specific cut so it would fit into the Shure SM7B grill, followed by magnets I got off Amazon, glued in, dried in the sun for 2 days. Unscrew the canister, and you will see the result of the work that I did with the XLR port that I soldered together. So I also put some epoxy down in there around that port to keep it in there. So then essentially screw this back together. I've got my canister ready. The magnets are very strong, so it holds the weight. Then you got your windscreen. And yeah, take your mic, whatever mic you want, line up the holes, press it in, you feel resistance, there it goes. Snaps right in, nice and secure thanks to the foam. And of course you can't put it in with the head on the microphone, you will have to take that off. But once you do so, you have a handheld dynamic or handheld condenser ready to snap in, and you get the look and kind of a glorified pop filter. Again, just for fun, but insert, snap, click, good to go. The hardest part of this was finding what I'll show you next, but I'll show you what the finished product looks like with the grill exposed. Capsule comes up to about the same spot as an SM7B capsule. And just looks cool and is functional. So here's the hardest part. The threading is a 1/4 inch 28 thread size, which is hard to find. Luckily I found a guy on eBay that was selling these. Otherwise I couldn't find anything to mount the microphone with. Okay, so there you have it. That's the build. Like I said, you can put any handheld microphone in this that you want. You're already going to get that electronic interference rejection because you've got the metal handle inside of this thing. And because of that, you can tap it. You're going to get a little something, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is just it's a canister for handheld mics. It's to make your stream look cooler. It's to stop the plosives. It's to make sure you can't possibly get too close. There's a lot of uses, and I think they're all valid. But again, I'm crazy. We know that. I'm nuts. But I'll tell you one thing. An AKG D5 in this thing, I think it sounds pretty damn good. I think what's in it right now sounds pretty damn good. And you've never seen this microphone. I've never had it on here. I've never used it. I don't think I've ever shown that I own it. But it's a nice one. It's a rare one, but it's a pretty cool microphone I've got stuffed into this right now. So I'll release that video and kind of specify what it was later. But yeah, there you go, man. The crazy canister, the crazy mic guy. That's me talking into his crazy canister. I kind of love it. I can't lie. I would use this on a stream. I would use this, whatever, if I had a mic, XM8500, terrible plosive, throw it in this. Good to go. So let me know what you thought about this crazy creation in the comments down below, and go out and create some stuff, whether it be videos or weird mic shells or whatever. Tascam already ripped me off on the TM70. Probably not, I know. But if someone's going to rip me off on this, could you call me first? Could you just call me? Could we just talk it through before you rip me off? I know I ripped off the Shure with the SM7B grill and stuff, but, I asked them about... No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But call me. Call me maybe. Call me maybe. Before you steal my design and make a cool mic canister for streamers. Peace out. Much love. Obscure Mics.